So when it comes to zombie games, Dead Rising may not be the most well-known compared to some of the other franchises out there, but Capcom did produce several solid entries in the 2000s and early 2010s, excluding this monstrosity. Dead Rising 2 was the first entry that I played, and I platinumed the PS3 version all the way back in 2016. Now, it's time to platinum the surprisingly inferior PS4 version. Dead Rising 2 is based around Chuck Green, a former motocross champion attempting to take care of his zombie-bitten daughter. We begin the game by winning a round of Terror is Reality, which is a game show about killing zombies. Chuck deals with two of the girls that I went to high school with. A zombie outbreak occurs, and we escape to a safe house at the last possible second. Our first objective is to find Katie a dose of Zombrex, a drug that will stop her from transforming into a zombie if taken every 24 hours. You have to give her a dose every in-game morning between 7 and 8 AM, or else she will die and the game will end. We take advantage of the local stand your ground laws, retrieve a dose of Zombrex, and recruit our first survivor. We will eventually need to rescue all of them for parts of several different trophies. I picked up a second dose in the Slot Ranch Casino, then my stream crashed before I could get a third. Oh, and I got Siegfried and Royd a few minutes later, so that was fun. Now we have our first psychopath, Ted and Snowflake. We have to defeat all of them for progress toward multiple trophies. Ted is pretty weak and very easy to bring down. As for Snowflake, we need to tame her by feeding her 3 juicy steaks. This is easier said than done, as she seems to focus on Chuck much more often in the PS4 version than she did on the PS3. After a long and tedious fight, we manage to tame her, unlocking our first trophy. Story, gotcha. The 3 dolphins. I remember that one. Okay, that's our first trophy in the game, so no going back now, guys. As we run back to the safe house, let me briefly explain the goals of this first playthrough. I am trying to rescue as many survivors and defeat as many psychos as possible, give Katie all possible gifts, and complete the entire story. And yes, this man-eating tiger is one of those gifts. Chuck is blamed for causing the outbreak.
Can you state categorically? You are fake news. Sir.
Then we get our first combo card, which allows us to make a combo weapon and earns a trophy. Than most of the other weapons in the game, and it's super easy to make. I also retrieved another dose of Zombrex by platforming through the Americana Casino. Next, I got a trophy for giving Katie a gift because for some reason it didn't pop when I gave her Snowflake. I don't know why. So that's one of her many gifts. Father of the Month. The next group of survivors I rescued gave me the trophy for rescuing 10 in a single playthrough. Be fair, Vita hackers don't really suffer consequences because they stopped caring about the Vita a long time ago. Dozens of profiles. Take forever to get done or obtainable within like 12 seconds. Alright, we got a trophy for saving like 10 survivors. Cool. Everyone agrees to work together temporarily in order to find the true culprit behind the outbreak. I grab a dose of Zombrex and an LMG from the Yucatan Casino. I save a group of basement dwellers, and make my first mixed drink for another trophy. Rescuing one of Vegas's $1,400 an hour strippers gets us a trophy for having 8 survivors following at once, which is the maximum allowed. There are zombies. TK is hot. Outbreak. Yesterday, nausea. Passed out. Safe house. Let's party. Sounds good. Alright, we got 8 survivors at once for a trophy. Awesome. Then we get into a psycho fight against Leon, an opponent from Terror is Reality. This will give us access to a motorcycle and motorcycle customization. Part of the reason I've been collecting Zombrex is that other characters also sometimes need it. Next we fight a rather annoying psycho that's able to heal himself, and surprise surprise, TK was the villain this whole time. We battle across a train, and remember what I said about this being an inferior version? It's buggy as all hell. Between glitches like this and constant game crashes, it is just unpleasant. Someone want to explain this? Yeah, I've never had this happen before. Oh. Well, that was fun. Anyway, we rescue some more survivors and end the first stream. Now, before the second stream, I actually managed to knock out all 3 multiplayer trophies. They aren't overly difficult, but they will require some boosting due to the online being almost completely dead. The hardest trophy is the one for winning each of the 9 TIR events, as the events you get are somewhat randomized. But I miraculously knocked out the trophies in just a single night in about 3 hours, if only the co-op could have gone just as well. I cashed out my winnings from Terror is Reality, and now we have to stop TK from robbing all the casino vaults. We also have to stop him from breaking into the Atlantica casino, and I'm pretty sure that this is probably considered an act of domestic terror, but I might be wrong. I then went and rescued Lynette, who unlocks a secret passage between a dressing room and a toilet because Capcom logic. I then got the trophy for killing 500 zombies in a single playthrough. I love how this weapon works on the golf balls, not by just hitting something over the head with a golf club. Hey! Trophy for 500 kills! For the most part, my free time during this first playthrough is spent working on the weapon-based trophies, as there are over 100 that you'll need to get kills with. Side note, you actually don't have to get kills, you just have to use the weapons on zombies. Eventually enough time passes that we get to continue the main story. Now, I've never had a threesome before, so I have to ask, does it always end with one of the women trying to chop your manhood off with a sword? If so, then it's probably a better thing that I haven't had one. The fight isn't too difficult overall, and we earn a trophy for our 5th psycho kill. Hey, there we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We then discover why the mail is always running late, start the most literal of escort missions. They will only come with you if you pay them $10,000. And pop the trophy for hitting level 25. Hey, there we go, level 25 reached. We fight Calamity Jane to get his unique firearm, and soon enough we get a kill with the assault rifle, which was the final firearm needed for a trophy. There it is! That is the trophy for all firearms used. Now we have to deal with the redneck sniper posse. Each of them counts as a separate psycho. This happened again. How many games do I play? A lot. Oh! Well, this is something. Killing Big Earl actually pops the trophy for killing 10 psychos. Oh, that was close. Hey, there we go, that's 10 killed. And then this happened. Because there's a sniper in one. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anyway, I killed the last sniper and ended the second stream. During the third stream, we complete the first half of the Tape It or Die unmarked quest by bringing items to a specific place at a very specific time. Now we have one of the most annoying missions in the game, beating 3 opponents in a game of Texas Hold'em. Now I'm by no means the best poker player out there, but I do understand the rules and some basic probability. I'm not that bad at poker and card games. The problem is that we're playing against AI, and the game can just choose to cheat and manipulate cards whenever it wants, so this usually takes me at least 5 attempts and a lot of in-game hours to win. But this time, I became a straight-up Rain Man on just my 2nd attempt. Oh boy! Oh boy! Come on, come on, come on! Ha! Also got a trophy for collecting half of the combo cards. I won. I won, unless she gets 2 aces. Yep! Ha ha ha! I cannot believe how quickly I beat that. And we win a ton of money, too. I wasted $3,000 on a piece of modern art. It would probably be worth like $300,000 now, thank you inflation. But it wasn't a total waste, since this painting was the last gift I needed to give Katie for that trophy. Alright, that's every gift for Katie. That's done. Thank God, that's over. We complete a stakeout with Rebecca, though there were sadly no actual stakes present, do some more side missions, and rescuing this large group of survivors nets us the trophy for saving 50 total in a playthrough. Alright, that's another quest done. Not too hard. It actually went a lot better than I thought it would. Hero Fortune City! 50 survivors in 1 playthrough, done! We complete a boss fight against a helicopter containing an escaping TK. The AI cheats at poker for way too long. If she gets a 7 or a 10, she wins. And spoiler alert, I never actually won this minigame, at least during this stream, and quit in frustration. Yep! Right there! By some miracle, I began the 4th stream by actually finishing the strip poker mission. I don't know why it couldn't have been nice to me earlier. I then give Katie her Zombrex just a few hours before the military arrives, and with time running out, I managed to find the Tape It or Die crew, and this frankly could not have been any closer had I tried.
Excellent.
Is that all combo cards from Survivors? Nice, nice. Oh sh! Only have like five seconds. Run, Chuck, like you've never run before. Holy sh! That was close. Wow, that was close. The military finally arrives, but is nearly wiped out by a horde of the new Super Zombies, which is a new regular enemy type for the rest of the game. I decided this would be a good chance to kill 1,000 zombies with a motorcycle for a trophy, since we do have a fair bit of free time. Yeah, this is the pattern we're going to be following for a number of hours in the future. Hey, yep, there's 1,000 zombie kills while riding a motorcycle. Easy peasy. By the way, these gas zombies are no joke. They can drain your entire health bar in a matter of seconds, so don't take them lightly. Psycho Military Man has kidnapped Rebecca. We quickly give him a dishonorable discharge, and manage to carry Rebecca back to the safe house. The safe house then gets breached by a giant horde of zombies, though we manage to seal it with random household junk. TK gets bitten, we learn the city is going to be firebombed, and we give TK a dose of Zombrex in order to unlock the overtime mode. I then decided to work on the 1000 special zombie kills cause it has to be done in a single playthrough, and I accidentally got this trophy first. There it is! Oh. No, it's not. That's not the trophy I thought it was. We find the source of the COVID outbreak. Turns out it was actually from a lab, so score 1 for us conspiracy theorists. Rebecca gets unalived by a new bad guy, and I finally killed my 1000th special zombie for a trophy. God, how are we not anywhere near the 1000 special zombie kills though? Oh! Well, never mind. There it is. From here, we have to confront Sullivan. As an extra note, this is one of the few fights where guns actually work pretty well, and I probably can't show his death because there's way too much blood and gore for YouTube to accept it. The survivors are rescued, but to our horror, both Katie and Stacy have disappeared without a trace. We do get a trophy for completing the facts, which is almost a fair trade. Is my thought. Alright! The facts are done. However, the story isn't quite over yet. It's time for a little bit of overtime.
How about we do some overtime?
Overtime is pretty straightforward for the most part, as you're just going to be running around the map and collecting a few items for TK. But there is a little bit of a difficulty spike when we take on the final boss, TK himself. He's quite strong, and you are stripped of all of your weapons and healing items, and you have to just make do with all of the junk strewn about the arena. Additionally, you have to use this crank to keep the girls from being lowered into a giant horde of zombies. But we do get through it after just a few minutes and get a trophy. He only needs one more hit. Yeah! Killed him on a punch! Alright! We did it! That's the end of the story. Awesome! Also, here are my ending stats just in case anyone is interested in seeing them. So now it's time to begin the massive cleanup phase of the trophy list. We have to use every type of weapon on a zombie, wear every piece of clothing, create and consume all mixed drinks, find all the combo cards, build all the combo weapons, fill out the notebook, and eat every type of food, along with a few other things. Luckily, the progress toward most of these trophies carries over between playthroughs, so the next couple playthroughs are going to be nothing but running around the mall finding items. It's monotonous, kind of boring, and I'm going to speed through most of it for this video. The first trophy I knocked out in this phase was for trying on 10 different pieces of clothing. Ooh, casual beachwear. Oh, that's 10 different outfits. Nice! Next was the trophy for using every ranged weapon on a zombie. Surprisingly, this is a different category of weapon from firearms. It's tennis. Alright, there we go. I had to refight Leon to gain access to the bike customization trailer, where I got a trophy for giving the bike a custom paint job. And yes, game crashes are as prevalent and annoying as ever. Back to gameplay, the next trophy is for eating every food item. Yep, there it is! I made sure to rescue Lynette again so I could still use the secret toilet passageway. We tackle the somewhat tricky fight against Slappy, which earns us our last combo card from Psycho Fights for a trophy. Alright, that went fine. That went about how I expected. Not the easiest boss, it's definitely one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Alright, that's our last combo card from the Psychopaths. Throughout the game, every person we've encountered has gotten an entry in the notebook. Whether or not you save them in the case of survivors or kill them in the case of the Psychopaths, they get an entry. Filling in every entry will get us another trophy. Okay, there's our survivor. There it is! There's our trophy. All entries in the notebook complete. If you're wondering why I'm still doing side missions, it's because I still need my PP to grow to 50. Insert whatever unit sounds good here. As that gets us a trophy, which we end up unlocking just before Case 5-1 on the second playthrough. And college had its benefits, so... There it is, level 50! We're already on to our 7th stream of the game, where we start out with the trophy for using every melee weapon on a zombie. Hey! Okay! Next was the trophy for entering every store in the game. Hey, there it is! And then I beat a zombie to death with a giant fake cell phone, which was the last novelty weapon needed for that trophy. Stranded Siren. We're not doing that. Alright! All novelty weapons are done! After this, I combined a Nectar, which is one of the mixed drinks in the game, with the Queen for a secret combo weapon and an easy trophy. Where's the Nectar? There it is. Alright! We then embraced our inner functioning alcoholic by creating and consuming every mixed drink in the game. Side note, not all are actually made with alcohol, so I guess we can only dream. Untouchable. Alright, that's all the mixed drinks. Living in a firework legal state is fun, because it means I get to play with explosives, and no, I've never blown off a body part, thank you very much. Anyway, that rant aside, using every explosive weapon grants us another trophy. That's the only thing that would make sense. Oh! Well, why did it not count before? From here, I was able to find the remaining combo cards around Fortune City, unlocking 2 trophies and checking another collectible type off the list. This poster right here, maybe? Yep. Dr. Brain Freeze. Alright. That's every combo card acquired. Now we just have to build all of them. And there it is, yep, full deck for all combo cards. With how close we're getting to the military arriving and the gas zombies making life a lot more difficult, I just went ahead and reset the story to begin my 3rd playthrough. Here we get to skip a lot of the missions and just focus on the remaining collectibles and miscellaneous trophies. Before really starting up the 3rd playthrough, I actually found a co-op partner and managed to quickly knock out the Revive trophy. At least I thought I had a partner, more on this later. I started my 3rd playthrough and 8th stream by working on killing zombies with the powerful smash move. Just stay in the giant craps table in Royal Flush Plaza and let them come to you, and soon enough I had killed 100 for a trophy. There we go! Smashy! Now it's time to do a bit of gambling, as we need $6 million for a trophy. The best method is to pick up the gambling magazines and then play this giant slot machine in the Slot Ranch Casino. After over an hour of real time and about $4 million earned, I took a break from gambling to farm the remaining unarmed zombie kills for a trophy. Hey! Okay, so it unlocks early. It only took about another 20 minutes to reach 6 million, and now we've got to spend it all. First I bought the night boots for $2 million, then spent another $2 million on the SUV key, which we will need for the zombie genocide trophies. But that was actually enough, so I must have spent a lot more earlier in the game than I thought. With my inventory space maxed out, I picked up a dozen Lizard Guy 123 masks and put them on 10 different zombies for a trophy. Oh, it unlocked. Okay, never mind, that was easier than I expected. Alright then, cool. At this point, I was actually still missing one piece of clothing, and unfortunately, it can only be accessed during the first part of Tape It or Die. So once that limited time offer came around, I grabbed the last piece of clothing and finally knocked that trophy out. Okay, that's great. Where's the clothing? The guide literally says it's here. There it is. There it is, thank God. Alright. On the next stream, I finished creating every combo weapon in the game for a trophy. And then, combine the electric chair with a Merc Assault Rifle, and we're done! Hell yeah, boys! Oh, that's pretty badass. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. After that, I decided to go ahead and start up a 4th playthrough just to clean up the last 2 miscellaneous trophies. I covered a zombie with 4 pieces of random junk for an easy trophy that I had initially wanted to save for last, then the small painting, and then the mask. And done. Easy peasy. The final miscellaneous trophy is for spray painting all the Zombrex posters in the game. It's worth noting that unlike a lot of these other collectible type trophies, this one doesn't actually carry over between playthroughs, which is kinda why I decided to start up a new playthrough. A quick 20-minute jog around the mall later, and the trophy was ours.
Man, this feels good.
And there it is! Alright! That is it! So, how about the co-op mode? The Revive trophy was very easy, but you also have to finish all case files in co-op. That includes playing all the way through the Fax, which is that big final battle against Sullivan. Now, those of you that know me, you know that I don't typically have the best of luck with co-op and boosting sessions. Well, this game was one of the worst in recent memory. My first partner quit after I helped him get the trophy by joining near the end of the story. The second person ghosted me before we could even start. A third person actually went and did it himself with some other random person despite having joined my session. Several other people joined my session and were either unresponsive or in weird time zones, even when I specifically would say US only. There's a reason it took me like 3 weeks to finally get this trophy, and that's kind of the reason why I hate boosting most of the time these days. At this point, we're down to the last 2 trophies. We need to kill a whopping 72,000 zombies in a single playthrough. There are 2 methods, the 72-hour and the 93-hour. The 72-hour method boils down to skipping all of the case files but still giving Katie Zombrex, and getting all of the kills before the military shows up on day 4. It's faster, but it leaves very little room for error, so it's a much riskier strategy. The 93-hour method definitely takes longer as it involves completing all case files, but that allows you to gain 21 in-game hours for that small time sink put into story missions. If needed, you can even go into overtime and get like another 12 hours. It provides enormous room for error and makes the trophy fairly easy actually. Regardless of which method you choose, you'll be taking the SUV from the mini casino and basically driving it in circles around each portion of the upper and lower areas of the strip. Once you've done a circle or 2, enter the Slot Ranch Casino to respawn the zombies in the SUV as it breaks down over time, and you're going to be doing this for about 5.5 to 6 hours along with the story stuff. Oh, and make sure to save often. The game crashed on me numerous times while working on this trophy. By the end of the 10th stream, I was a third of the way through the kills and was working on case 3-2. Then yet another game crash occurred, which led me to calling it for the night. I then went ahead and farmed all the way up to 53,000 kills off screen, so y'all wouldn't be subjected to several hours of repetitive and pointless driving. Early during the 11th and final stream, we obtained the trophy for wiping out an entire town's worth of zombies. Like the 6 or 7 hours probably that it took me in-game to do all of the story missions up to this point, all the case files, I probably could have... Oh, there it is! There's our first trophy! In general, this time I was able to stop the stream from crashing by quitting every few times that I saved, not sure why that worked. After another 2 hours of driving, we popped the Platty. My plan to kill the last zombie with a dildo unfortunately didn't quite work out. Kill with massager! Kill with massager! Come on. Who's gonna be that? Watch me, like, die. Oh. Well, that's not how I wanted that to happen, but you know what? It's okay. Woo! DR2 Trophy Master. We are done. Now overall, Dead Rising 2 is a really good game, and it was a lot of fun getting to go back and play it again. I loved playing it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 back in the day, but the PS4 version just has so many bugs and performance issues, and you combine that with another awful attempt at boosting a game, it just made me not really want to recommend this version of it. I would honestly argue that you should stick with the PS3, Xbox, or literally any other version of the game as they seem to perform better. When it comes to the boosting, maybe you have better luck than I do, it's entirely possible that you will. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave me a like, subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss any future uploads. Let me know down in the comments if you've done this platinum and if you had any issues with it like I did. I will be doing Dead Rising 2 off the record for PS4 pretty soon, and I will eventually be doing the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, actually quite excited for that one. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all back here real soon for some more trophy content.